Hello, Cancer. Welcome to Intuitive Gems. My name is Desiree, and today I'll be doing your money, wealth, finance, prosperity, and abundance reading for the month of March 2024. If this is your first time catching one of my readings, I do want to say welcome, and I invite you to subscribe because I do these readings each and every month, and I would love to share your money message with you. For the readings this month, I am using my Groovy Waite Tarot deck. I know this one is a fan favorite. I haven't used it in a while. I will clarify with my Radiant Rider Waite Tarot, and then I will close out your reading, Cancer, with a Gem Healing Oracle card. This is a brand new Oracle deck from my friend Kat, so I can't wait to share it with you. All right, so let's see what's happening as it relates to your money for March, Cancer. What is going on? What do we need to know? All right, you definitely are getting some money back or a refund in some way. You know, we are in tax season, so that makes sense. And the reason why I say that is because I see this Seven of Swords in reverse. Let's get everybody in position. There we go. Okay, but first we got the Page of Wands. That's good news coming in as it relates to your work. I have a feeling this is something you've been waiting on to hear, or maybe you've been, expecting to get a response or a reply back about something. Looks like that comes through this first week of March. You also have the Moon card in the reverse. That means that something gets revealed. You get some new information, or something gets exposed. Something gets, it's like information you didn't have before. Now you become enlightened and you can make better decisions. Here's where that refund is coming in. Now, I know we're in tax season, and, it may not necessarily be a tax refund, but it looks like you're going to be getting something back. Something that was taken from you will be restored, will be repaid, will be given back. All right, we also have the Eight of Cups. That is you making the decision to walk away. Ooh, look, and you got the Nine of Cups. I just noticed that. All right, you're walking away from something with no regrets. Then we have the Nine of Cups, which is the genie in the bottle, the wish card. So whatever you want, you're definitely going to be getting it, okay? And you're going to start to see signs of you getting that in that first week of March of 2024. Finally, we got the Four of Swords in the reverse. Means you got to take a lot of action. And I'm not saying to just kind of be busy and take action only for the sake of taking action, but you really need to be intentional with what your plans are as it relates to your money for this month, okay? Because action is really going to create the breakthroughs. It's really going to it's going to give you some leverage, right? Because sometimes you don't necessarily have to be better than the competition or someone else, but if you're willing to kind of outwork someone, that will give you a huge advantage, and that's what I'm seeing here. Okay, all right, Cancer, let's see what else shows up for you as it relates to your money, wealth, finances, prosperity, abundance for the month of March 2024. All right, you're getting some really powerful cards here. All right, the thing is, Cancer, is where you're going to need to make sure you are, in alignment is your money mindset, okay? So things are actually going really well for you, especially at the beginning of the month. You're doing the right things, making the right moves, but sometimes we still struggle with that money mindset, or sometimes we still feel like either we don't have enough or we're not worthy, and that's what I'm picking up, is that you really need to work on your mindset as it relates to money. Now, we also got that King of Swords. The King of Swords talks about eliminating the unnecessary. I wouldn't be surprised if you make some cutbacks or do some things different this month as it relates to your money, maybe canceling some subscriptions or memberships or something like that, because you're really feeling like you need to redirect your money in maybe more towards savings or investments or paying off debt. So it looks like you create a plan to do that, and one of the things that you'll be doing is cutting back on something, or like I said, eliminating something. All right, so we got the Fool card next. Now, the Fool card is all about starting a brand new journey, moving in a new direction. Now, the Fool card is also very exciting because it means that something new and different is on the horizon, and this could be something that you've been wanting to do for a while, or maybe you never saw the connection of how you can make money at it, or maybe you thought that, oh, I'll never be able to do this. Well, it looks like an opportunity definitely is showing up roughly in that second week of March. Now, the Fool card says you may not know exactly how it's going to play out. You're not even sure if it's going to work, but it's so thrilling that you're willing to take that next step, or take that first step. Okay. All right, we got the Queen of Wands, Cancer. That's a great card. Now, the Queen of Wands talks about changes in your physical environment. Again, we are moving into springtime, and that is when a lot of people do some spring cleaning, decluttering, purging. Sometimes the Queen of Wands shows up too when things just change as it relates to your location or geography. So maybe you're moving, maybe you're relocating, maybe you are transferring within your job, right? Or maybe your business is moving to a different building. I don't know. It could be anything. All right. But whenever she shows up, that means you can expect some changes within your physical space. All right. And because she's in the upright, that means that it's going to be good changes, or these could be changes that actually help you make more money in some way. Now, one of the things I really enjoy is feng shui. I'm not sure if you guys are into it, but if you understand and study feng shui, and it is the practice of, or I should say the art of placement, in other words, kind of putting things, rearranging things auspiciously within your physical space. Sometimes you can create some really huge energetic shifts. So I'm just throwing that out there in case someone wants to look into it. All right, finally, Cancer, we've got the Judgment card. Now that means, now there's two aspects of this card. One, it means that a decision is made that actually benefits you, and it's not you making the decision. It's somebody else or something else makes a decision and it benefits you, which is really exciting, especially as it relates to money. Now, the other aspect of the Judgment card is also personal enlightenment. In other words, we have maybe suspended certain judgments as it relates to ourselves, as it relates to our, the people we love, our relationships, that type of thing. So it really is coming into a higher level of self-awareness, which we know is extremely important as it relates to money. The Judgment card, like I said, it really means your own personal level up as it relates to knowledge, as it relates to spirituality, and even too in your work, just kind of operating and functioning at a much higher level. In other words, you're kind of, you're really intentional when you start doing the work that you're doing. All right, so that's a very powerful card. It's also a very profound card because that card usually shows up right before some major changes take place. And I'm talking about major changes for the better as it relates to your money, your work, your career, your investments, all those things. All right, Cancer, let's see what else shows up for you as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of March of 2024. Interesting. So stuff happens, but then you're going to see a little bit of a slowdown once we hit the second half of March. Okay, this is fun, I guess, because you have things happening very quickly here with this Knight of Swords. Then the Eight of Wands says, okay, things kind of start to slow down. So don't worry. Don't think anything's wrong. That's just kind of the way things are flowing at this time. So the Knight of Swords is a card that talks about timing and speed. In other words, things happen really, really quickly. When he shows up, that means that something's going to pop up, but it's only going to be temporary. So you're going to have to act on it and make a decision, because whatever this is not going to last for very long. So if something comes up within the second half of March as it relates to money, maybe an opportunity, maybe an offer, maybe you have an idea or something like that, you need to act on it quickly, because it's not going to be available, forever, right? So it's one of those things where you got to make a decision fast and then act on it fast. Next, we got the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords is a great card because the Nine of Swords in the reverse talks about you're not feeling anxious, worried, stressed, depressed. As a matter of fact, things are actually working out quite well. And so in a long while, this is probably one of the best you've ever felt as it relates to your emotional and mental health. And of course, that's very important, especially when we're trying to make money, right? All right, Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is a card of help and support. Now, this card in the reverse means somebody makes a promise and they don't necessarily fulfill the promise, or their promise or their action or their support or their help falls short of your expectations, but it's okay. You know, we can't always hold everyone to the same standards that we hold ourselves to. So if somebody is kind of flaky, or someone says, yes, I'll do this, or yes, I'll do that, and they don't, or they don't do a very good job with what they said they were going to do, don't take it personal. You know, sometimes people are doing the best they can with what they got going on in their lives. So it doesn't mean they don't care, doesn't mean they're not friend, doesn't mean they're not a friend, doesn't mean they don't love you. It just means that that's the best they got, at least right now. All right, we talked about that Eight of Wands. When I see that card in the reverse, that means things are slowing down, right? So if something happens behind schedule here, or something is delayed, again, don't worry about it. We got that Ace of Cups next. That's really the abundance and overflow card. All right, sometimes these things, these delays, these hiccups work out in your favor. That's definitely the case here, especially if it's something money related. Okay, Cancer? So don't worry, don't freak out if something takes longer than it should. All right, let's see what else shows up for my beautiful Cancers as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of March 2024. All right, what do we need to know for the sign of Cancer? This card's peeking out, so we're going to go with it. All right, Cancer, as we close out the month of March, ooh, we got that High Priestess. Okay, High Priestess means you're not trusting your intuition. You know, sometimes when we're on the money journey, the money path, we're trying to be successful, sometimes it's hard to trust your intuition, right? Because sometimes we get caught up in doing things the way they've always been done. But you have to understand, sometimes you can create your own opportunity. You can even quantum leap, make some huge jumps and some huge shifts as it relates to your money situation. So if you're feeling intuitively led to do something, go somewhere, trust that, because I think you're going to find some answers. And again, it could be some more opportunities for you to make money or expand, you know, what you're already doing. We also have that Page of Wands. Ooh, that is the card. We're seeing him twice. Remember, he was the first card that popped out, and now we see him again. All right, so the Page of Wands is all about good news as it relates to work. And look, they're in alignment. So whatever good news happens here, looks like even more good news happens at the end of the month. That's really exciting. So get prepared, because whatever this is, there's more. There's more, and it shows up at the end of the month. We also got the Hangman. Like seeing that card in the reverse, because that is the card of moving and progress, and it's also the card of really kind of making things happen and not feeling stuck. So you're not stagnant at all. You're actually moving, and you're moving in the right direction. All right, we got the Hierophant. I like this card in business readings because it means that you play by your own rules and you win when you do that. All right, like I said earlier, you don't always have to do things the way they've always been done. Sometimes you got to make your own plan. You got to do things your own way, go against the grain. You know, obviously don't do anything illegal or harmful, and I don't think any of us would, but you know what I mean. Sometimes you're better off doing things your way than the traditional way, and that could be the thing that gives you a huge breakthrough as it relates to your money or your success. We also got that Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is a card of sensitivity. She is all about prioritizing her emotions, sometimes at the expense of other people. But there's situations where I believe that is called for, and sometimes work and business is one of those situations. Okay, so if you feel like you need to be very guarded as it relates to your feelings, don't worry, it's totally fine. But just understand, some people may not like it, but you know, that's going to be okay. Finally, we got the Seven of Pentacles. Looks like you're going to be contemplating either moving into a new job or position, or maybe even changing careers altogether. Okay, so it looks like you might be thinking of maybe the remainder of the year and how you're going to like, if you want to continue in the work, with the work you're doing. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. All right, but you will be considering some changes towards the end of the month. All right, Cancer, so you've got a very powerful month here. Things are looking really good, very solid, very strong. And I'm really happy about this good news that's coming as it relates to your work. All right, let's go ahead and close out your reading with a Gem Healing Oracle card. This is a brand new deck from my friend Kat. Oh, okay, so we got hematite or hematite. This card is number 13, all about the root chakra, grounding, safety, and dissolving fear. All right, so this is what you want to pay attention to. If you do work with crystals, hematite will be a great crystal for you to work with this month. All right, Cancer, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Hope it was helpful. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks so much. We'll do it all again next month.